you to stay ready. Why you trying to play me this way? We don't talk like we used to, baby. Girl, you give good love.
What's up? My name is Eszteca. I'm from Amsterdam, Holland. I'm a dancer. I danced since 1983. I started off with popping and b-boying, and ever since 80s hip-hop, new jack swing, house dance, hip-hop, jazz, ballet, etc., etc. So in the late 90s, I wanted to quit the commercial work, and I went back to my roots. So I went back to house, to hip-hop, to locking, and here I am. Basically, how it all started here in Amsterdam with the house scene. There were no house dances in the beginning. I mean, house started in Amsterdam like in the mid '80s, and it was more of a gay thing and of an elite thing. It was a thing for rich people, parties for rich people, because it was something new, something different. And then when I was like 15. My uncle, he's a bouncer at the door. He's the security of the club. And he said, "You want to look on a house party?" I said, "Yeah." He said, come on Saturday night, I'm gonna sneak you into the club." So I went with a friend of mine, and then we sneaked into the club. The house scene in Holland, it wasn't as soulful as people think. It was more like, there's a lot of travestites, a lot of gay people. Yeah, it was about sex and drugs and stuff, you know. And this was not the time that I was dancing house. I was dancing hip hop and new jack. So then after, like 2 years after, when I met those dancers from New Jersey, and they taught me what house dancing was, I took it with me. And then I came back to Holland. And then I basically introduced the house dance, the style, and the basic moves from way back. I introduced it to my friends. And my friends were like, "Yo, man, those are dope moves." You know, so we kind of picked it up from each other. And then we basically were like the first, I think one of the first as well in Europe to dance house. I'm not sure how it was in Paris, but from what I hear in Paris, it all started in the mid-90s. Well, in Amsterdam, it started in the late 80s. So we were here like very early with house music. But that's because of the connection between Amsterdam and New York. There's a lot of DJs from Amsterdam used to travel back and forth to buy records to play, you know? So every DJ wanted to have the newest track, so they would go to New York for a weekend and then come back. So that's how we got fed with the right music, see what I'm saying? And so we knew the moves now, and it was like 1990, 91, and we used to bring it to the clubs. Well, when we were dancing in the clubs, we always got in trouble because the people didn't like it. The people thought these hip-hop guys, they're dancing, they take all the space, what are they doing, you know? So they always call the security. And then one day, the boss, the owner of the club came to us. He said, "You guys must stop dancing." And we were so fed up. So we didn't go out to the club anymore. Then after, we heard of some people that they kind of missed us. The DJ missed us, so the DJ talked to the club owner. And he said, "Yo, these guys, these are true dancers. You should leave them in the club." And that's how we got back into the club again. But we were dancing and dancing and dancing. But people didn't understand when we were dancing. For the hip-hop culture, for the hip-hop scene, people thought we was dancing new jack with very different moves, but it was house. And yeah, for the house dances here, there were no house dances. Maybe there were some go-go dances, you know, girls' short pants. These were the only dances back in the club who would get props and would get recognition, you know. But we didn't really care because we had something like, you know, we're dancers, we love house music, we feel house music, especially the old school house. And we just went out to the clubs, to the parties, and just danced in the corner. And it was funny though, because we were dancing for years, and then it kind of faded out. We kind of stopped with house dancing because no one was picking up here in Holland. Everyone went into a new direction. Some were doing jazz ballet, some dances, some new jack dancers stopped. They make babies, have a girlfriend, got married. This is the life in Holland. Sometimes life is too good, and the good dancers, all of a sudden they stop dancing. And I say, "Hey, what happened?" "Yeah, I'm not with my girl. We have children." You know, they stop. So this is how it always went. it went like this with the b-boy, with the b-boy generation since the early 80s. B-boy was hot, and there was a lot of good b-boys in Holland. And then in the mid 80s, it stopped. Everybody stopped dancing. Then it became 80s hip hop. We started dancing, and it was just a little group of people who did that. You know? It's the same with house. It was just me and a few friends. It was me, John, Murph, Vespa, who were dancing house. And then after, they all stopped dancing, you know? And I was like one of the only dancer who went on, but there was no house culture anymore. There was not even a hip hop culture. It kind of died out. In the 90s, it was very good for being a dancer if you would dance for artists. So that's the kind of direction I took. So from underground, I went back to work as a commercial dancer, you know. And then I've done some great things. I went on tour with Spice Girls. I did a world tour. I've danced in shows for Missy Elliott or Donna Summer on Vogue, a lot of American and British artists. And then I kind of got tired of that world because it was all fake and it was good money, but I didn't feel it. So I was like, I want to get back into something that I was before. And then at that moment, was in the late 90s, b-boying became very hot. And then I felt so attracted to b-boying again, then I started breaking again. So then I kind of quit with the commercial world. And I thought about myself, now I'm going to practice b-boying. So I've been b-boying since 98, no, 89, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. For like four or 5 years I've been b-boying, but then my knees and my back was killing me because I'm getting older, you know? So, and then since then, I started to pick up hip-hop again, but not the commercial hip-hop, but I was thinking like, how did we dance in the 80s? So this kind of style, the 80s hip-hop style, I tried to get back for myself. And then also house dancing again, you know? Then I thought, okay, everybody's house dancing now because now Japan was house dancing, France was house dancing, America was house dancing. And then I was like, man, I've been house dancing. I was always house dancing. I should do that again, you know? So then I started again. So like I basically started again like since 2001, 2002. And then for me, I had to learn everything over again because the style had changed. It was more intriguing now. It was more difficult. It was more footwork patterns. I didn't see so much jacking. I saw a lot of footwork, so I couldn't relate it. I was like, what? Is this house dance nowadays? Because I haven't seen it for years anymore, you know? The only house dance I knew was the old school, you know? The old school house dance. So then I had to learn it again. So ever since like 2001, 2002, I've been into it again, into house dancing, and now I'm just, it's like I fell in love again for the second time, you know?